Yerp, peace to the gods on this plane of chance and opportunity. Welcome back to the day that you need to transform. All is about transformation. You are energy, and energy does nothing but transform. You are energy, and energy was never created or destroyed. Energy was never created or destroyed. You see, the law of conservation of energy of thermodynamics states energy cannot be created or destroyed, only transformed from one form to another infinitely. The same energy that quote unquote began this universe is the same energy that's within you. You are that energy, not just within or without you. You are that. It's truly within is without. So we have to take into consideration what is actually going on here. What is actually being experienced? Who are we really? What are we doing and why? Are we in tune with the true flow of the universe? And how do we find out what we're actually doing? You see, first we must analyze our own mind. We must analyze our own mind, because once you figure out that all is mental, then you will see that every circumstance, every situation, every event, every person in your life, anything that could happen, or any person, place, or thing that you could quote unquote see with your physical eyes is actually your own mind. This quote unquote reality is your mind. This existence is your mind. And through this perception, through this prism, through your conscious mind, through this perspective, through this healthy perspective, you can now know that everything that you experience and everything that is around you is a product of your own thought. It's a product of the way you're thinking, and the way you've always been thinking for infinity. And you can now know that you are the infinite being, and there is none outside of you. You are the all. You are true divinity. You are just in a state of transformation. You are in a state of constant transformation. You are all energy. You're in a state of constant transformation. And the only thing that you can do to experience life the way you wish to is to know how you are transforming, to know how you've been transforming, how you're transforming now, in order to focus on the now and transform your life correctly in this moment. Because truly, nothing else exists. Every person, place, or thing that's around you is just a parallel universe of you, a quantum aspect of you. It is all quantum entanglement, and it's just different aspects of you moving simultaneously with you according to the way that your mind moves. See, the body follows the mind because the body is the mind. Your body is an accumulation of spirits, and these spirits are your genes, your genetic codes, and the stars, planets, moons, comets, meteors, meteorites, the cosmos, simultaneously, as above, so below, astrology and biology. And through epigenetics, we now know that whatever environment you are in affects your genetic expression. And how you behave, because your genes give you behavior. And so what that means is, when we look deeply, when we think, when we look into our mind and how it works, and we see how the subconscious and the conscious mind works, we can see that we can change our genetic expression. We can change what RNAs are copied and sent to the making of our cells through our ribosomes, and what proteins can be accessed within our DNA, what amino acids can be put together to make proteins to reproduce, to produce the cells within our bodies that we need, the cells within your body that you need to be the best version of yourself, to be your higher self. But as above, so below, and as within, so without. It must start with your mind. It must all start with your mind. And until you transform your mind, until you dive deep into your natal chart, until you dive deep into your astrological program, which is your genome, which is your genotype, and begin to reformat and look at your life from healthier perspectives, then you will never be in a healthy environment until you take the time, until you make the time for yourself and completely love, i.e., understand yourself. At least begin to and push for that every single moment, every single day. Study yourself. Then your environment will keep repeating the same subconscious programs to you, telling you that you are not doing that, telling you that you are not loving yourself, telling you that you are not being in perfect unison and flow with the universe, offering up your control to your higher self in order for your higher self to give you back your power so that you may know what to control and how to use that power in your own life. This is all a product of your mind reflection. This is all a product of how you are thinking and what perspective you hold on a daily basis. What perspective you hold throughout each waking moment. And in the same way that you take it down every night, and you are only subconscious or unconscious of what's going on while you're quote unquote asleep or resting, it is the same way with consciousness. You are everlasting. You have just been asleep. You were unconscious. You go through these cycles of consciousness in order to keep experiencing yourself. Because when you're imagining, when you're being at the highest state that you could be, when you're being the fullness of what you could be, you're going to want to experience different parts of yourself. And in order to keep that going, you must have cycles of time. Time is not linear. Time is cyclical. And the modern day representation of what time is not the truth. Truly, if you dive deep into the mechanics of time, it truly does not exist. Because energy cannot be created or destroyed, only transformed from one form to another infinitely. Time has never begun, and time will never cease to exist because it has never begun. I am the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. The first shall be last, and the last shall be first. Whether the first is the last, and the last is the first, then there is no last and first, because there is only one point of existence, and that is the now. And it is now that you should see that whatever you're doing, whatever perspective you are holding in your waking moment, when you go back into your rest, into your sleep, when you take it down at night, that is what your brain, that is what your mind will begin to orchestrate your reality into. See, people want to work for that system when they don't understand that the mind is always working. Your subconscious mind is always working. And whatever you put in it through your conscious mind, whatever you put in it through you consciously focusing on specific thoughts throughout the day, your subconscious mind will take that and orchestrate through the infinite reality that you are everything that is constantly programmed for it to give to the conscious mind to experience. This reality is about transformation, reflection. Learn to not resist transformation. Learn to be adaptable. Learn yourself, who you truly are. Because truly, the things that you dislike about another, the things that you loathe about the reality or what you see in existence, it's nothing more than you. It's nothing more than something within your own mind, within your own thought space that you are focusing on, that you choose to address, that you choose to put energy towards. Knowing this, we must carefully choose what energy we put our focus on. We must choose carefully what systems of living, what systems of thought, what thought forms we choose to give our energy and our attention to. We must ask, who am I? What is this? What is actually healthy for me? How can I change my perspective? What perspective should I hold to put me in a healthy environment? And constantly asking these questions on a daily basis and taking what you get from these questions and applying them, whether you are right or wrong, just completely being real with yourself through the process of transformation will align you with your true divinity. Reflected light from the most honorable prophet, Chief Eligio the Christ. Higher self of the brown man and Wombman walking this plane of chance and opportunity. Take this chance and this opportunity to transform your mind, reformat, reprogram your subconscious, and live your best life. I love myself. Peace.